Yo, what up, YouTube? We back with another video. Yo, I must be like one of the worst people that keep track of time and dates. I don't know what day. What's the day? Friday? Listen, man, I think it's like day 41, day 42. My boy was like, yo, it's day 41. You missed the day. I'm like, man, I don't know, man. I'm just trying to stay consistent and post videos. But listen, for y'all just joining, man, I'm doing a 90-day challenge where I'm posting every day for 90 days. Listen, this channel really about me being a former athlete, or a lot of this is pertaining to former athletes who... Listen, I don't want to tell y'all this. I give out the worst advice. Don't listen to nothing I say, but try it for yourself. Experiment, research. I'm just here to really trigger that person within you who wants to seek knowledge and seek truth, right? So I give out the worst advice. I don't know nothing. I'm just going by what I experienced and the knowledge that I've gathered. So listen, my whole goal is for you to seek yourself. Question me, right? Question me. Go double check and see if I'm right based off of what I've been saying in these videos, or try it for yourself. But for y'all just joining, man, this is a channel for former athletes who going through the struggle, who looking for purpose again, who trying to find that purpose. I played overseas for a couple years, came back home, got into real estate and really didn't know. After that, like right now I'm in the point of where it's like the real estate is cool, but it's like, man, what's next? So that's how I started this channel for y'all. So this is why I'm here. I started this channel for y'all, for me, to just vent, for real. Just vent, get things off my chest, build a community of former athletes, to come have a community where we could come talk about entrepreneurship, financial literacy, things of that nature. That's where I'm building this. That's where I'm building this channel towards. And understanding the athlete mindset, using that athlete mindset to transmute into business ventures, into your everyday life. And I think having the athlete mindset is one of the most powerful, and I think we underestimate that. And I spoke about this yesterday. I don't know if it was on here or my boy. He was just telling me how. Well, I was just pretty much telling him, like, I have that love-hate relationship with basketball at times, right? Excuse me. I have that love-hate relationship with basketball, but basketball gave me that mindset, right? To persevere, sacrifice. You know what I mean? Time management, being on time, accountability. You know what I mean? Seeking knowledge, seeking truth, understanding, being detail-oriented, all things discipline, all things that responsibility, discipline, all things that helped me to be who I am today. And I transmuted that, and I didn't even know I was doing it, but I transmuted that mindset into real estate. And like I always say this on videos, I came across so many people when I told them I played. I'm like, yeah, man, I'm just getting home, trying to figure out. They're like, bro, that same mindset that you had in basketball, use it in sports. I mean, use it here in the real estate game at the time. And I'm like, yeah, man, like I never thought of it like that, because I was all caught up about basketball. Like, yo, you feel like a failure, man. You feel like a failure to your family. You truly feel like, damn, I let my family up. Did I work hard enough? But a lot of times, man, you did what you're supposed to do in that time, based off the knowledge that you have and the understanding that you have about life at that moment. You was only 18, 19, 20, 21. How much do you really know at that age? You think you're grown, but you're not. But yeah, so this is what that channel is about, man. I want people who are former athletes who are watching this, share this, man. Share this. I want us to build a community where we can come and talk about these things, talk about the healing of a man, the masculine energy, the feminine energy, learning how to heal. I'm going to talk a lot about my concepts of what I've been doing, my affirmations. If you go through the recent videos, you can see things that I talked about, my understanding of money, how I started to view money differently in order for me to attract more money in my life, how I started to view myself, and by viewing myself and changing who I am, my environment changed, my mindset changed, and I attracted different things in my life. And this is how I got started here, man. I was never the guy who was on social media. I just started Instagram. I was never the guy on social media or Twitter or anything like that. I was always kind of low key with this, but I'm coming out of my shell because I want to share my story and actually show y'all that, hey, it's possible no matter what. Because I think a lot of men, former athletes, our spirits get broken when we don't make it to the playoffs. I mean, to the playoffs, y'all. When we don't make it to the championship. our spirits get broken when we don't play pro or we don't go to the NBA. But life is more than that. So, well, LeBron got the joint called what? More than an athlete. LeBron got something like that, right? For y'all, I ain't even gonna get into that. We ain't gonna get into no Bron haters. I got too many. I hear from too many of those. But yeah, but today I ain't really have much to talk about. I really want to talk about. I think next week I'm gonna do a fast, and I'm gonna show y'all what I've been doing on my fast. I spoke about it briefly, but I want to record and show y'all how I make my smoothies. I might even show y'all going to Trader Joe's and doing the whole entire process of what I do. But when I'm doing my thing, I'm in and out. So I might gotta have somebody with me who can record it, blah blah blah, make it a little more interactive, which might be cool. Like I said, for me to be more engaging, in life and things of that nature. So I'm going to probably do like a 3-day fast or a day fast, whatever the case may be. I always want to incorporate fasting at least once or twice a week. I know a lot of women do that. I'm around a lot of women, moms, sisters, and family members. So someone just said it the other day. I was like, yeah, I fast. She was a Muslim woman. She fasts Tuesday, Thursday, and that's like the second time because my coach used to do the same thing. She would fast on Thursdays, and she gave me a lot of good information, right? And fasting has been something that I feel like has helped me with this glow that I'm having. With my mindset, I ate junk this week too, and I could feel a difference. You know what I mean? I could feel a difference where my focus was going. So I was like, all right, cool. Let me chill off that. Let me actually focus on. Let me realign myself. My energy probably leaking. Let me realign with my energy. Let me realign myself, ground myself into purpose. You know what I mean? Because this week and last week, I was in the bed for a little longer than I wanted to be. I was off a little bit. I wasn't sick, but I had maybe a little congestion. But I have to learn to bring that back. I have to learn to reharness and pull that energy back and realign myself and stamp myself and ground myself instead of allowing myself to snowball effect. Because a lot of times that snowball effect affects your mental health. And then you'll be angry like, damn, I should never eat that, knowing you should never eat it. Or it could be, that's how I feel like a lot of times with depression is too. And I don't want to get too deep into this. But I had caught myself self-negative talk. I said, hold up. Okay, you did what you did. Okay, these are the consequences for what you did, and you have to accept them. So I was just giving myself grace. I'm like, all right, cool, I can have some candy. I usually don't eat candy, but I was craving it. I don't know why. Something in the air, I don't know. But I had some chips or whatever the case may be, and I also noticed like I was misaligned. I could feel my focus being a little off. And then that can only reason I just don't want that to snowball into the next day. So I made sure I worked out. I made sure I grounded back. Because usually I go off the fence. I keep doing that for a couple days straight, which I did sometimes. But I know the effects of that. So when I do that, I know I have to understand. Hey, these are the consequences of that. This is what's going to happen. So I want to show y'all my fasting. I want to give y'all insight on fasting. Look it up. Look up intermittent fasting. Look up all these different things. I learned a lot from Yaki Awakening. I learned a lot from him. And I also learned a lot through just experimenting with my body, figuring out what I like, what I don't like. I don't eat meat right now, but there might be a time where I want to eat meat again. I don't know. I don't feel that right now. I feel very light, energetic. I do take a lot of herbs for the lack of nutrition from not having the meat. I've been taking a lot of protein, I ain't gonna lie, so I've been getting a lot bigger. So a lot of my stuff is, I try to limit the ingredients. I try to stay away from potatoes. I do sweet potatoes, try to stay away from potatoes. But a lot of my fasting is just going to be, the fast I want to do probably next week, probably just going to be water or smoothies, liquid stuff, liquids. But yeah, that's what I really want to talk about, and making sure that I'm aligning myself with what I want to do. And I'm understanding now that as I'm learning more about myself and who I am, when I'm understanding when I'm aligned and when I'm not, when I'm unaligned. And that's a big thing that you have to understand. And it's hard to stay. I ain't gonna lie, man. I used to say this all the time. It's hard to be good. It's hard to be. The best word. I don't like using the word good, but the best word is good. Like it's hard to be healthy. Like that's why it's so easy for people not to be healthy. And it's so easy for people to be miseducated as well, because you just want people to hand shit to you. But we got the internet now, so you can look up everything. Not saying you can believe everything on the internet, but there's a lot of information, a lot of facts out there, and there's a lot of people that want to push a good narrative, and that's what I'm looking to do. That's what I want to talk about. So also for these people joining, I want to be talking about health. I'm going to be talking about my journey and working out. I'm going to show videos about that as well. So listen, man, y'all tell me how y'all been enjoying the videos, what y'all want to see more of. Like I said, and also from the beginning, like I said, man, share this with y'all athlete friends, former athlete guys who are also going through that change in their life where they're trying to find purpose again. I know a lot of times, man, it's hard. It's hard being that athlete. It's crazy because you see a lot of your guys, they tall now, they tall. Like, nigga, where you working at? You that tall, where you gonna work at? You get what I mean? But that's just a little joke. But a lot of times it's just miseducation. A lot of times our main focus is basketball. But we have to learn to extract those principles from basketball and apply it to the everyday life, everyday business life. In the real world, because we learned a lot of things, and that's what I had to really refocus and really think about. I'm like, I learned so much from basketball. Let me stop thinking like, oh man, I ain't make it. But the true things that I learned from basketball are going to bring me 10 times what I made in basketball, 100 million times what I made in basketball. So those principles that I live by, and that foundation that was grown during the sport was amazing, was awesome. So listen, man, I'm going to let y'all go, man. I appreciate y'all for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I said definitely put in the comments. Let me know what y'all think of these videos. I've really been enjoying my last couple of videos. I just need to get my thumbnails going. I've been enjoying it, so I've been having fun with this, man. Listen, I'm having fun. So listen, I need y'all engagement, though. I need y'all engagement in the comments. I don't care if it's a thumbs up or something. I need some engagement. I need the feedback. I would appreciate that, just so I know I'm going on the right path. I'm going to still keep going no matter what y'all say, but I definitely want to understand more and more and see who's actually watching these videos. I definitely want to get more of that former athlete involved, even if you're athlete or not, but because I'm used to talking to athletes, and I am a former athlete, and I never had anybody to really talk to about these things but my inner circle. And sometimes we only know as much as we know at the time. Like, you get what I mean? So I appreciate y'all, man. Peace.